So here's the sapling that I have to plant for the Enlightened Journey quest. So I have to wait about 5 hours for it to grow, so I'll probably do some other things in the meantime. I think I have some other quests planned that I will knock out of the way while I wait for this thing to grow. Watchtower is another quest that I actually haven't done before on RuneScape, so pretty okay doing it for the first time. It's a pretty long quest, but finishing it I get a sizable chunk of magic experience, so that's really nice. So I guess now is a good a time as ever to do Monkey Madness. The servers were a little laggy today, so I'm kinda worried about disconnecting in the middle of the tunnels, but hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm not going to wait for a better time to do this, so if I get screwed by the servers, I guess that sucks then. Well, I was able to make it through both tunnel runs pretty easily with no hiccups, so that's the hardest part of the quest over. Now that I have the Gree, everything else is pretty easy. Hey, this is something that I actually didn't know. You can buy monkey talismans from the magic shop for 1,000 coins, so you don't have to go through all the dialogue again with the monkey child to get more of them for the recipe for disaster part, so that's cool. Even though I have Protect for Mage, I wanted to do this the safe way anyway, so I let the gnomes get him down low HP, get the finishing blow, pretty easy boss fight. Monkey Madness is one of my favorite quests of all time. I did it on original RuneScape, I did it for a friend one time, I did it on Old School, I did it on Deadman mode, and now I'm doing it here. Feels good to do it again, and I can get my Dragon Scimitar eventually. Now for the most exciting part of the quest, how many levels do I get from the training? Oh, nice. Lots of HP, lots of strength, lots of pretty much everything. Feels good to have melee stats this high without even having to train them. So after all that time, my willow tree finally grew, but the branches that you need don't grow until you check the health of the tree. So now I have to wait 30 minutes to get half the branches I need for the quest. Then I have to pick them, wait another 30 minutes to get the rest of the branches, so yeah. In the meantime, I'll do Fremennik Trials or something. Pro tip, if you've done Lost City, you can bring a Draymond branch in here to make into a Draymond staff, so you actually have some kind of weapon. There may or may not be a bug where you actually die in this part even though you're not supposed to, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, we're safe. Okay, Fremennik Trials done. I can finally get my Berserker Helm, and also I should be able to finish Enlightened Journey now. Yep, so those are the last branches I need. I guess you need them for like the basket of the hot air balloon or whatever, but the rest of the quest is just navigating through that weird minigame, so it'll be over quick. We'll have to do a few more of these eventually, because I think some of the other balloon routes are pretty useful for some stuff, but there's the one to Taverley for the quest. That'll actually be good for farm runs, and there's the completion of it. So next, my plan is to do Taibonai Trio, but for that I need agility potions, and to make those I need toadflax. I don't have any toadflax, but I have toadflax seeds, so I want to grow those into toadflax, but before I do that I'd like some super compost so I get the maximum yield while I'm growing them. And to get super compost I need special fruit, which I can get from stealing from fruit stalls in Hosidius. So I did Clan of Korend for Piscarilius favor, so I have to do 100% Piscarilius favor before I can do Hosidius favor. Then I'll do 100% Hosidius favor to steal from fruit stalls, and then I'll get my super compost and get my agility potions. So kind of a convoluted plan, but I think it's kind of necessary. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not just buying pineapples from the Grand Tree to use as super compost, it's because I also need the thieving XP from fruit stalls, and I need the cooking apples to pay for willow trees, and I need the strange fruits because they're basically better versions of energy potions. Oh no. This apparently only took half an hour, but it felt like 10 times as long as that. There's the last bird for 15 hunter, now I can get those worms. Man, this was so much faster than when I did Piscarilius favor last summer, because I think they buffed the sandworm drop rate or whatever when you dig them up, and plus the double favor from Clan of Korend, it just made this super easy. Hardly took any time at all. And now onto the Hosidius favor. Dang, well that was also really freaking easy. I remember last time I did this, I had to get 65 cooking to make pineapple pizzas because the people in here would get really picky if you spammed one food a lot, but I just did pies and stews all the way to 100% favor, and they never really changed their preferences that much, so maybe that's something else they changed. So I'll lock that favor in and start on the fruit stalls. So I'm just going to stick around here, get some thieving experience, probably until I get 140 cooking apples, because that's how many I need to pay for all of the willow trees that I'll be growing, because I have a bunch of seeds from Winter Tot. And hopefully I get a decent amount of super compostables, which are, I think, just pineapples and jangerberries mostly. And if I get a lot of strange fruits, that's good too. So I got my 140 cooking apples. I didn't get enough pineapples and jangerberries to make all the super compost from all of the farming patches, so I'm going to go to the Grand Tree and buy some pineapples really quick just to finish that off. So this compost will be ready in about 90 minutes, and after that I can plant my toad flax and get the maximum value out of it. Just preparing my willow tree saplings. This will get me up to 45 farming so I can start on my maple seeds that I also have. So I was looking at some of the quests I had to do, and a lot of them require, teleporting around, so I figured it was about time I got 40 smithing so I can actually smith my own gold bars. That way I can make a bunch of rings of dueling and games necklaces all at once. So I made steel square shields, so I'm just selling the last of them here, and I made about almost 20k from all of those, so that's pretty good for just getting 40 smithing. Finally, I have a decent supply of dual rings and games necklaces, so that'll help so much just for getting around the world and banking and stuff, so I'm glad I got that out of the way. Well, I'm back at fruit stalls because I need some more thieving experience for some quests and stuff, so I guess it gives me an excuse to get some more strange fruit. So the goal here is to get 9,000 experience before level 45, that way I can do Icthlarin's Little Helper and Rat Catchers, and that will get me to 45 thieving so I can start blackjacking. Oh! Does he always drop that? No, he drops random potions. So I got lucky as hell, and the dude that drops random potions in this quest dropped a 4-dose agility potion. So I don't need to grow toad flax. All that preparation I had for super compost has all gone to waste, but I guess I have 60 super compost now, so... Well, I was going to do rat catchers next, but I don't even want to attempt it with a kitten. So I gotta kill some time and wait for my kitten to grow into a cat. So I'm going to do scorpion catcher, and for that I have to do the bar crawl. So that should go pretty quick. Another one of the countless quests that I've never done before, scorpion catcher, but it's pretty freaking easy, so... And you get strength experience for some reason, so that's pretty good. So at this point my kitten is still a kitten, so I think to kill some more time I'm going to work on getting a spear for the Taibo and I trio quest. So for that I'm going to do some barbarian training, I think. That way I can craft my own spear. I want to train fishing the best way possible, which I think is Shiloh Village, just in the river there. So I'm going to knock out the Shiloh Village quest and then do some fishing training. Well, I remember this quest being really long and annoying, but it actually wasn't so bad this time around. So now I can practice some 3-tick fishing and get all the way up to 48, so I can do some barbarian training. Alright, so there's 48 fishing. I believe that's the minimum requirement to do the barbarian training, so then I can learn the smithing part of that and make my own spear. But yeah, I figured I would unlock these balloon routes since they seem to be pretty useful, especially the Castle Wars one here. I can use this to craft law runes and also go to Taverley for farm runs. I think the Varrock one is less useful because I don't think you ever use the sawmill operator. I think you just use the one in the woodcutting guild. But you need it for the diary anyway, so got that unlocked. So I got my full-grown cat finally. Now it's time to prepare for rat catchers. Maybe this is why people hate the quest? Because you have to wait for so long? Wait, what the he just teleported. He literally teleported and caught me. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Their shifts are off by one move, so that they're always watching one part of the hallway. Point during this. Can I do it? Fuck. I tanked for him. You're welcome, dude. Oh my god. Okay, even though you just saw those shenanigans, this quest wasn't actually that bad. The worst part of it is that garden part, and that's in the very beginning of the quest, and the rest of the quest is like pretty freaking easy. So as long as you have 3 hours of forethought to grow a cat, don't do this quest with a kitten. So apparently you need 55 fishing to do barbarian training, and the whole point of me doing barbarian training was to be able to make my own spear, but to do the spear making part you have to do Taibonite Trio. So a little bit of a catch-22 situation here, so I think I just have to get a spear the old-fashioned way by killing monsters. But that'll be for the next video. Until then, I'll see you next time.